We'll be joined now, if he is there now, by Salami, who is an environmentalist. He joins us from Osun State. Morning, and thank you for joining us this morning. Well, yes, it is, as we started out by saying, not exactly a pleasant time, but from your response, I beg your pardon, from what you've seen, response from the authorities out there, and perhaps what you heard some of our guests say, you think we should be, about now, planning to take the right steps, and what would they be for you?
Please ask the question again, please.
From what you've seen so far, what steps would you also recommend we take, in addition to what has been said?
Well, I think the most important step to take now is to give relief to those who are affected. This is quite monumental. We need to up our relief measures to those who are affected. And of course, like your guests have said, it's important that we then, of course, go back to the drawing board. We anticipated that this could happen, NIMET as one, but how effective is our warning system? That's a question nobody seems to be asking. How precise? Somebody has mentioned the Lagos disaster. Were we able to give up to the last minute? Where you take, for instance, the Hurricane Isaac, we were told the hour it was going to hit ground. This is the kind of early warning system where your ability to predict, your ability to analyze the impact that is likely to have, your ability to communicate to those who will be affected, your ability to provide alternatives for them while that lasts. And also, if you are caught unaware a bit, or you have some people who refuse to move for some reason, your ability to provide some measure of relief in the case of, in the face of this kind of it. So what we need to do now is first provide immediate relief to those who are affected. Let us see how we can decongest the areas, how we can get the waters out. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we have to wait for nature for the waters to retreat. That is our situation now. But then, what would be most disastrous is that this kind of thing will still happen a few years down the line. Because after we are out of this, we are just going to go back and relax. Unfortunately, the times that we have, and this is a global scenario, we see it all over the world. It is not like it's going to give us some more years to do plans. We should be ready that this may also reoccur next year. So how effective we're able to handle it, how effective we're able to manage our budget, our resources, the skills we have within the country, and our attitude, of course, to the environment. These are the things that will determine whether next year or the next occurrence we fare better. And that is an hallmark of one of the hallmarks of civilized society. We are not struck from the same hole twice. So it's important that we give relief to those who are affected now, and then we of course prepare that never again will we allow this kind of thing to catch us so unaware. They have been caught unaware, and it's most unfortunate.
Well, will dredging of the rivers help in assuaging this problem?
Obviously, there will have to be dredging along the parts of River Niger. There will have to be. Not only that, we need, of course, to have measures where, of course, we have some form of dam along the plain, such that when you have the release of water from the dams along, even what has happened now shows how much what is happening in other countries can affect us in Nigeria. What is happening in other states can affect states down the coast. So what you're seeing here is that we need a more integrated approach to managing our resources, to managing our environment, to managing everyday issues. Now there will have to be dredging because communities along this floodplain, some of these communities didn't just come to settle, they have been there ages. So you have to manage all of these settlements. But when we dredge the River Niger, we dredge along that coastline, along the river line, we will at least be able to have a better reservoir for the water we release. Something that we're able to hold the water a little more. That is one, and that is important. Then also the planning. How do we convince people that they need to move upland? How do we convince people that season to season they have to change their living style? These are things that we need to start to see how we encourage our people to to accept the reality of the times that we are in. So yes, there will have to be dredging along the River Niger.
All right, Salami and Idowu, thank you for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, then just a word or two before you leave, because Oyo State, remember, University of Ibadan at the time was also overtaken with some aspects was affected. We don't know how much they've been able to respond to that. States, again, they've got a big role here too.
I passed through Ibadan about 2 months ago. I saw that the dredging has commenced on the river on a pathway that got flooded last year. It's taking ages. I don't know what's wrong. They are doing it, but you see, I believe that
slow?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's release of fund or the contractor is not. I don't know. But I saw some move from the city government that they are doing some area of maybe infrastructure development on that river. So for now.